So yesterday was a very good day. You see, living in New York, people always assume that if you live there, you must see the Statue of Liberty like every weekend, or you've been up in the Empire State Building a myriad of times. I've never done any of those things. I've never even ridden the Staten Island Ferry, and I've lived in New York for almost 6 years. But when you're in a place like Tokyo, one time only, maybe never coming back again in your life, if tomorrow were the last day, what would you wish you had done? Maybe something corny, maybe something a little bit outside of the norm. The night before, I probably had a little too much fun.
You eating teriyaki chicken from a Family Mart, which is like a trashy 7-Eleven.
I feel very good about this.
It actually looks quite good for 7-Eleven type food.
Oh my God. And I still woke myself up early to start off on a day that I was very excited about. I joined up with a buddy of mine that I met a couple days earlier in Tokyo over a bowl of ramen. We got to talking, we connected, and he said, "What are you doing this morning?" And I said, "I'm going to a swordsmanship class on samurai sword fighting." And he joined me, and we went along for the ride. It was nothing like my childhood fantasy of living the Highlander experience. There could be many. There could be more than one. But my teacher, Jiro,
thank you for coming today.
excellent master swordsman for what I was looking for, taught me the basics of samurai sword fighting with the bowing, with the greeting, with the honoring of the sword, with the respect of the opponent, and then flicking off blood and doing all sorts of slashing and cutting. And I got a dying scene in. I got to do a theatrical performance of a death scene. That was pretty new and fun for me.
Yeah. Is that right? That's all, man.
And all of it was just outside of my range of normal experience. And I just really quickly want to say, I noticed the team of people waiting by the train in their scrubs. When every train comes in, they jump on these units and clean them professionally, top to bottom, seats, aisles, bathrooms. Like a NASCAR pit crew, they come in and do a real quick once over. And these are the kind of people everywhere around the world making a country like Japan, like the United States, like so many other places, have a perception of cleanliness and orderliness, and it's something that goes unnoticed and unthanked very often, and I think we should recognize the good work that these people do. So thanks. They're getting off right now. They just got on. I saw them through the window. Damn, they're quick. So yeah, hats off and thank you. Arigato.
I know it's hard. I know it's hard.
So, sumo wrestling. Heard of it? I have, and I wanted to try it. So I did. You just can't be good at everything. I know this, we all know this to be true, and yet we find, well, I'll speak for myself, I find myself falling into this pattern of, hey, try it, be good at it, master it. If you can't master it, then if you don't think it's possible, then don't do it. But the worth and the value, the meaning, it must be in the attempt. It has to be in the attempt, not the end result. The journey, not the destination. That's what we say, right? Starting off, we did the basic principles of the welcome, the greeting, showing respect to your opponent, doing the bow. That's how you start every match. Then he took me into the basic footwork, the stance you should keep, being low to the ground, keeping your butt low, bending at the knees, and having your feet spaced out very wide. I hurt and worked muscles of my hips and my butt that I didn't even know I had. I had a new respect for the core and the base of sumos. They're very strong throughout their whole body. But my God. So Lion had me do this footwork and stance movement, walking, dragging your feet across the ring for, I want to say 3 reps, or 3 sets of just walking back and forth, end to end on the ring, the sumo ring. That burned my legs so much, and I asked the translator, how many times would he do this if he were doing his professional workout practice, you know? He said a sumo will do this 30 to 50 times in a session, training. 50 times. My legs were about to fall off after 2. So yeah, I learned a technique and a stance and a way of working with the body that formed this mind-body connection much stronger than it had been before I walked into the space. So I'm gonna take that back with me to my sessions of working out at the gym back home. That's one of the things about travel is when you try something new, you might pick up something that you didn't have before and now it's a part of your tool belt, your kit. I'll be walking like a sumo next time I'm at the gym. Let the people stare. I don't care. My hip flexors are strong out of this world. So he took me through several techniques and exercises in preparation for what would be the battle of the century. Lion, the professional sumo, and me, a guy. I was putting my bag up and I just realized I forgot to return the adapter chargers to my hotel. I'm gonna guess under a $50 charge. We can hope. So we do the first match and he wins. Of course. Second match, I do a couple holds, stay low, I win. So I ask the translator, is it best 2 out of 3? Because then it's the rubber match. He says, no, we do first 1 to 3. I said, all right. I feel like we just left Tokyo like 2 hours ago. It's supposed to be a 4-hour journey and we're already here. I'm in Osaka right now. That's fast is an understatement. That's just offensive. So we tussled back and forth. Win, loss, win, loss. But when you win, the victor steps into the ring, assumes the crouching pose, and does the slash, just like this, across the body to say they win. That's the symbol of they win. They finish their opponent. It's the same slashing movement I learned earlier in the day from the samurai class with Jiro, the slashing diagonally across the body. Same symbol, samurai to sumo. I thought that's cool. So, final rubber match, the 5th match between Lion and I should say, he never directly said he was not gonna hold back his effort, his power, his force. So, you know, I assume that he was giving it everything he had. Just, you know, a real gentleman's try. And, you know, far be it from me to assume my sumo skills are beyond reproach, only within my first lesson of mastery. But, you know, I would like to think that Lion was doing his best, and, you know, just that 5th match, it wasn't his day. You know, he had never met someone like myself who has been playing Street Fighter 2 since, God, at least 10? 15? 20 years? Yeah, so, I mean, look, it wasn't my first time in a sumo dojo. I mean, virtually. I mean, I spent a lot of time in the Street Fighter virtual dojo, which is a pretty accurate simulation to what one might expect from the real thing. And I just came in like a beast. Like a, you know, a bat straight out of hell with a sumo belt strap thing on. And once he fitted me for that thing around the waist, I said, oh yeah, this feels real, like, familiar. Feels real natural. Like I had a calling and this was it. It's just like when the kid pulled the sword from the stone, or Thanos gets that last stone in his glove. That's me with the sumo thing on my waist. Anyway, yeah, I came in, I did my thing, and you know, hats off to my instructor, the teacher, Lion. Fantastic job, thank you. You've taught me well. The student has become the master, as it were. Yeah. I feel good about that. It's not false hubris. That's not delusional, right? I mean, if I watch the tape back, and I haven't watched it yet, but I'm gonna guess if I watch that tape of us wrestling again, yeah, you could see total effort. He definitely was not taking it light on me. And he didn't just give me the win. He's not gonna do that. That would be mean. So I think my apologies and my gratitude to my teacher.
You're gonna have to feed yourself really well.
Yeah. I guess I shouldn't be surprised that, you know, after a quick 1 hour lesson, but a very intense 1 hour lesson, I've become a master sumo wrestler. It just, you know, this opportunity wasn't given to me when I was younger, and in my culture we just don't do this. But, you know, I had this calling that once I stepped into the ring with my feet bare and the dirt under there, I said, oh yeah, this is where I belong. This is my wheelhouse, if I can say that. This place, I own this ring. This is my domain. I may not have been the first one here, but I am Yes. And everyone has their calling. Like, you know, some people are called to action, called to a quest, but they didn't even, it was just divinely given to them. They didn't know that it was within them, but it's what destiny and the universe communicated. So Mary with the baby Jesus, divine immaculate conception. Joan of Arc, spirits, the universe talking to her to fight for her people, to lead them into battle. Buddha was touched by a divine enlightenment, and he led a life that we all aspire to reach. And yesterday, I stepped inside a sumo ring, and it just took me a while, but I finally found my calling. Yeah.